In Berlin, before Hitler's eyes, the man who shattered the master race myth 4 times. That same year in New York, the man who knocked Hitler's white champion to the canvas. Two legends, 2 historic blows. Which one shocked Nazi propaganda harder? Let's discover together. In 1913, a baby was born in Alabama's cotton fields, the youngest of 10 children. His name was different, but the world would know him as Jesse Owens. At 9, his family migrated north to Cleveland, Ohio. On his first school day, the teacher asked his name. He said JC. She heard Jesse. The name stuck forever. High school coach Charles Riley saw something special in him. He taught him not just running, but dreams. Jesse trained mornings and worked afternoons and evenings. He went to Ohio State University but got no athletic scholarship. Being black, he stayed in separate hotels on team trips. Still, he kept running with speed, anger, and determination. May 25th, 1935, Big Ten Championship in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Jesse made history in 45 minutes, 4 world records, athletics' greatest 45 minutes ever, 100 yards in 9.4 seconds, 200 meters in 20.3, 200-meter hurdles in 22.6, long jump at 8 meters 13 centimeters. Unbelievable. 1936. The Berlin Olympics approached. Hitler would turn them into propaganda. He'd show the world Aryan superiority. But Jesse Owens was going. History would be written. Early August, Jesse and Team America reached Berlin. The stadium was massive, Nazi flags everywhere. Hitler was in the stands. 100,000 people watched. Jesse wasn't afraid. He was ready. On August 3rd, the first race was the 100-meter final, and Jesse was on the track. Hitler watched from the stands. The gun fired. 10.3 seconds. First gold medal and first blow to the Aryan myth. On August 4th, the long jump final. After 2 failed attempts, Jesse was about to be eliminated. German athlete Lutz Long approached Jesse. Before Hitler's eyes, he gave him advice. With Lutz's advice, he fixed his jump on the 3rd attempt, 8 meters 6 centimeters and gold medal. He embraced Long. Hitler couldn't stand it and left the stadium. The propaganda was collapsing. On August 5th, the 200-meter final. Jesse was on the track again. 20.7 seconds. New world record. 3rd gold medal. The Nazi stands were silent. America was overjoyed. On August 9th, the 4 times 100-meter relay race. The team was in the final. Jesse was on the track again. 39.8 seconds and new world record. 4 gold medals. Before Hitler's eyes, the Aryan superiority myth completely crumbled. An African-American athlete showed the whole world that superiority lies in character, not race. Jesse was now the world's hero. But when he returned home, he faced reality. In America, he was still black. He couldn't sit at the front of the bus. He wasn't invited to the White House. Roosevelt didn't even send a telegram. On August 24th, there was a parade in New York. Thousands applauded him. But at the Waldorf Astoria reception, he had to use the freight elevator. Blacks couldn't enter through the front door. He'd won 4 gold medals, but the medals meant nothing. Jesse said, "You can't eat 4 gold medals," and decided to go professional. But opportunities were limited. He had to race against horses. Years passed. Business ventures, public speaking engagements, financial struggles continued, but he never lost his dignity. He kept inspiring youth. He became a sports ambassador. In 1964, he received a package. Inside were letters. Luce Long had written them before dying in war. These letters became his most precious possessions. Friendship was worth more than gold. In 1976, President Gerald Ford awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, America's highest civilian honor. He was 63 years old. His country had finally embraced him. But heavy smoking took its toll. In 1980, he was diagnosed with lung cancer. His body was strong, but the disease was stronger. On March 31st, at 66, he passed away. America mourned. It had lost a hero. After his death in 1990, he was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, but his greatest honor was his place in history. He would never be forgotten. In Berlin, the Olympic residence where he stayed became a museum. In Columbus, a street was named after him. His medals are displayed in museums, but his true legacy lives in hearts. Jesse Owens won while looking into Hitler's eyes. He showed the world that true superiority lies in courage, character, and determination. 4 gold medals were 4 powerful blows against racism. 2 months before the 1936 Olympics, Joe Louis is about to be knocked out in Yankee Stadium. But his epic story isn't over yet. In 1914, a baby was born in Alabama's cotton fields, one of 7 children, named Joseph Louis Barrow. No one knew this child would change history. At 12, his family left Alabama. They migrated north to Detroit, hoping for a better life. But Joe would find something else there, his fists. His mother gave him money for violin lessons, but Joe invested it in the boxing gym. There, he discovered his true strength. His fists would speak instead. In 1934, he fought his first professional match against Jack Kraken in Chicago, his first victory. Then he didn't stop, stringing together win after win. In 1935, he floored former champion Primo Carnera in the 6th round, knocked out his giant opponent. America was now hearing his name. But everything changed in June 1936. He suffered his first defeat against Max Schmeling, knocked out in the 12th round. 70 million people listened on radio. This defeat didn't break him. It made him stronger. His training intensified. He worked harder every day. One day, he would be champion and defeat Schmeling too. On June 22, 1937, the historic night arrived. He stepped into the ring against James J. Braddock. He won, becoming the new world heavyweight champion. But everyone awaited one match, the Schmeling rematch, Nazi Germany's champion against him. This wasn't just a boxing match, it was a political battle. Nazi propaganda made Schmeling a symbol of Aryan superiority. All Germany expected him to win. Even Hitler took interest in the match. Pressure was on Joe, but he was ready. Even Roosevelt got involved. He invited Joe to the White House, touched his shoulder and said, "We need muscles like yours to beat Germany, Joe." History would be made. June 22, 1938. 70,000 spectators in Yankee Stadium, 70 million listeners. America held its breath. 2 men in the ring, 1 match, 2 countries. The gong sounded. First round began. Joe started fast. He landed blow after blow on Schmeling. Powerful, quick, relentless. All his anger in his fists. Germans were shocked. Schmeling staggered, fell, got up, fell again, trapped in the ring corner. Joe's punches rained down like a storm. Only 124 seconds had passed. The referee stopped the match. Knockout. Joe Louis won. 70,000 people went wild. Yankee Stadium shook. America had won. Nazi propaganda was shattered. The brown bomber triumphed. That night, all America poured into the streets. From Harlem to Detroit, Chicago to Los Angeles, whites and blacks celebrated together. This was happening for the first time. Joe Louis was no longer just a boxer. He was a national hero, the first African-American national hero. He fought racism with his fists and won. The Brown Bomber became legend. He remained champion for 11 years and 8 months, defended his title 25 times. No one had ever remained champion for so long. In 1942, when World War II began, he joined the Army, donned his uniform, performed over 100 exhibition matches, boosted soldiers' morale, a hero outside the ring too. In 1949, he retired as champion undefeated, but financial problems brought him back to the ring. In 1951, he lost to Rocky Marciano. This was his last match. He had earned millions, but IRS debts sank him. America's greatest hero was struggling with financial crisis, but he never lost his dignity, remained noble until the end. Late in life, he reunited with Max Schmeling. The old rivals became close friends. Schmeling financially contributed to Joe's funeral. This was true sportsmanship. On April 12, 1981, he died of a heart attack in Las Vegas. He was 66. With Reagan's special permission, he was buried at Arlington with military honors. Farewell to a hero. Joe Louis wasn't just a boxer, he was a symbol. He fought racism with his fists, united whites and blacks, fought for America, for freedom. His legacy will live forever. Which story do you think is more impressive? We're waiting for your comments and subscription to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, you can also watch the same video or similar content in different languages. You can find the access links to our channels, which we broadcast in English, German, Spanish, French, and Turkish in the description area.